Hello everyone, I'm Lafir back again with another Eternal Evolution video. So in today's video, I'll be showing you how I do my guild hunt bosses or guild hunt boss raid for this game. So currently, if you were to head over to the guild window here, there are some new changes into this the guild window. They've introduced some new features such as like class technology, guild hall, guild versus guild. I think guild versus guild is still coming soon. We still have our normal regular daily challenge here, and then we have the new guild boss here, which is known as the guild hunt. So currently for this rotation, we have like 3 different bosses that we can attack. The first one is the spider, side spider. Second one will be the atlas wheel, which both of them my clan members have already destroyed them. And now we have the turbine version 5 level 120. So currently I have one more key to perform the battle, so I'll do this. And yeah, so let's do a quick overview of this guild hunt feature. So as you notice here, right, they also introduced the hero of the week, something similar to the one that we also see inside the summit arena. But if you use these specific heroes, right, they will gain this additional 30% attack, HP and defense. And these heroes for this week is School and Hattie, the Summoner, Oak the Tank, Falvir, the AoE Energy Damage Dealer. We have the Assassin Rakana, and then followed by Arthas, the Vanguard hero. Let's quickly check through this guild boss. So this guild boss has around about 4 active skills and 2 passive abilities. The first common skill is the Stun Missile, which launches 3 missiles at the unit that has inflicted the most recent damage. Each missile inflicts 20% attack as damage and stuns the target for 5 seconds. So basically, if you can get the hero that deals the fastest attack and able to tank the damage, then you can use him to tank this stun missile. So the next ability for this Turbine V5 is the Missile Bombardment. After charging for 3 seconds, the user launches missiles that inflict damage based on the number of enemies on the battlefield. The more enemies on the battlefield, the lower the damage. So this one gives us a hint on what heroes we should be recommended to be used, and these are the summoner heroes, because summoner heroes will summon minions on the battlefield, and the more minions on the battlefield, the boss will deal lesser damage through the AoE missile bombardment that deals damage to all of the heroes on the battlefield. Then the third skill would be the Penetrating Strafe. It's another common skill that inflicts 20% attack as damage to the enemies in a straight line ahead. And the fourth common skill will be the Flame Jet that inflicts 400% attack as damage to enemies in a fan-shaped area ahead. So basically these two are like different types of shapes. One is straight line, one is fan-shaped. And for the passive skill Achilles Heel, 500% more damage from summons, 20% reduction in damage taken by enemy heroes. Basically what it means that if you use more summon heroes on the battlefield, right, they deal extra 500% more damage. So this gives us a second hint on what heroes we should use against this boss. And based from the 2 skills that we saw just now, we just need to use the summoner heroes. And then for the damage increase passive skill, starting from 50 seconds, bosses increases their attack power by 20% every 10 seconds. So this basically means that the longer the battle goes, right, the more damage he will pump up to boost up his abilities. And then for the key rewards, we can see that it also rewards us a new material or new type of resource, which is known as the Gene Breakthrough Core. This one is used to, it's like fragments of this Gene Breakthrough Core, which we need to acquire 10 of them to combine to form this Gene Breakthrough Core, which is used to ascend the particular class technology stats like HP, defense, attack, critical damage, and so forth. This one is similar to the Rubelite's resources that we use to ascend our heroes. Next will be the gene modules. This one is to upgrade the stats in the class technology, elite metalize, as well as diamonds. Okay, let's click challenge. So currently, these are the heroes that I used previously in this battle. The good thing about this game is the Eternal Evolution saves the presets of our previous heroes that we used in the game. So this makes it easier to know what heroes that we used from the last battle. So currently I have these 5 heroes. The first hero on the front line is Mocha, the werewolf. Second one will be Skull and Hattie in the white robe. And you do not see Hattie here because Hattie will be summoned during the battle, not before the battle. And then on the middle row here, we have Sunway the panda. He's also capable of summoning his partner to throw the boomerang bamboos. And we have Kalaza here to summon duplicate copies of him to deal more damage. And finally, we have Daniel, who was recently introduced in the game, who can summon three types of animals: the dire bear, wolf, as well as an eagle. And to support all of these heroes, right, I have this Commander Enlighten. This Commander Enlighten is just recently introduced to support these summoner heroes that was recently introduced in the game. So what does this Enlighten Commander do is all summons gain 25% attack and 10% attack speed, and 3 or more summoners are deployed. Then it will provide this additional benefit: when an enemy uses a displacement skill, increase receive damage by 30% for 5 seconds. I'm not sure what does it mean by displacement skill. If you guys know, do comment down in the comments below on what does this refer to. And also he has a second effect, but it's only applicable for PvP, which is Arena, the regular Arena, Galactic Arena, and Summit Arena. And currently there's the Summit Arena going on right now. If you have not registered yet, do register because it provides you with some additional resources if your team is able to win the game. It's a 3v3, something like Galactic Arena, but this one has more rewards. This one increases the attack and max HP of allied units by 20%. In case if you do not have this Enlightened Commander, right, you can use the Discard Commander, the guy like a robotic face. This guy enhances the summon so that they gain 35% attack and 8% lifesteal for 8 seconds. This one is also another one which is quite good, but this one is an active effect, something similar to Rota, which you need to activate it. However, for this Enlighten, right, you do not need to activate at all, which makes it much more better. And if you're able to get the commander that supports like what's this called, this additional heroes, right, which are summoner heroes, it will be much better, so that you can boost up your summoner heroes as well as providing benefit to the summon units. Alright, so I'll quickly go through all of these heroes during the battle. Let's check this team in action first. So at the start of the battle, you can see Muka summons his 2 wolf here. Currently he have exclusive 20, so if he's have exclusive 30 weapon, he will summon another wolf to pair up with him. Then we have Hattie here in the black robe. He is summoned by Skewer on the front line. He deals massive damage with his side. And then for the middle row, we have Sandway. He also summons his unit here. I think he will be summoning somewhat sooner or later, which throws the boomerang. Yeah, this guy, he's throwing the boomerang bamboo here. And then we have Kalaza. Each time he performs a critical hit, then he will summon a doppelganger of himself or a mirror of himself that has this defense down on him to make it not too overpowering, because they share the same HP and attack and defense like him. And then for the back lane, we have Daniel. As you notice, Daniel also summons his own units, as you can see here. One is the eagle, floating eagle here, and then we have the robotic wolf or robotic dog, and then there's a bear. Can't see where's the bear. Maybe it's already missing. But the bear, I think, needs exclusive 20 to remain longer on the battlefield, since that one currently has a cooldown. So as you notice in the battle damage report here, we can see Skewer is dealing massive amount of damage up to 180 million, followed by Daniel at 164. Then third is Sunway at 158.3 million damage, and then followed closely by Kalaza at 142. And last but not least, we have Mocha dealing like 74.9 million damage here. And this commander Enlighten does not deal any damage at all. It just basically is to boost up the hero's damage output. Alright, so that's the battle. I'm not able to finish off the boss due to lack of damage. So for this one, I dealt around about 909 million, close to 1 billion damage, which is close to 45.46% of his HP. And every battle, right, they will reward this guild purchase certificate. This one is used to as a currency to purchase from the guild shop, so you can trade in for other materials that you need to improve your class technology. And then you have the metalize to upgrade the gears, as well as some small catalytic furnace that's used to upgrade the divine prototypes. And for the battle stats, right, here are the overall chart after the battle has ended. So the boss dealt around about 3.1 million HP, 3.1 million damage to my heroes. He does not receive any healing, and he received up to 909 million damage from my heroes. And then on the left hand side, you can see my commander. He does not do anything at all. No damage, no healing, no absorb damage. He's basically there to give a passive effect to the summoned heroes to deal more damage. The highest damager on this team is, let's see, yep, Squirrel and Hattie at 240.4 million damage, followed by Daniel at 216 million damage. And I think once he gets his immortal evolution, he'll deal slightly closer to Squirrel and Hattie. With the exclusive, I think he currently has exclusive 10. With exclusive 20, he'll even deal much more damage in the long run. Then the third place it comes to Sandway at 191.3 million damage, followed by Kalaza, and finally Muka. Although Muka, as you can see here, does not deal much damage, right? It's there on the front line to tank the damage. Because as you notice, right, I do not bring any healers in the team, like Serena, Botta, or Masrani, because I have Muka on the front line, so that his wolf will take the damage. And Muka himself is able to perform lifesteal, so the more attacks he can, and he's also geared in the gluttony set that boosts up his attack speed. So the more recent attacks that he deals to the boss along with his wolf, the boss will naturally target or prioritize him instead, rather than my squishy heroes at the back line like Daniel. So those heroes can survive longer in the battlefield. That's one strategy that you can use in case if you do not want to bring healer heroes, because healer heroes does not do much damage compared to like a vanguard or hero that has a hybrid of offensive and defensive capabilities. And then we can see that Squirrel and Hattie healed themselves by 26.7 million HP. That's quite a lot. And Sandway is also able to heal himself at 2.6 million HP. So I guess that if you want to have a frontliner, maybe you can bring Muka and Squirrel Hattie, or Sandway on the front line. Then mid lane should be your squishy heroes. Then you can see the blue chart. Blue chart basically means the damage that you have taken. So the reason why Muka received the most damage is because he's on the front line taking the damage, and his mini wolf I think also takes damage. Then we also have Sandway, also take quite a bunch of damage, followed by Kalaza. Kalaza also takes a bunch of damage because his summon minions, right, have this defense down on themselves whenever they're summoned, so they will receive much more damage from the boss or enemies here. Alright, so let's quickly go through how I build each of these heroes so you can get an idea on what stats and gears to prioritize on them. Let's head over to the hero window. Before that, let me go to the hunt achievement. Single target damage just now is 909 million damage. So this one I can collect this reward. So in order to score the highest point, right, especially for this single person damage, right, I highly recommend you to be like early in the guild boss or guild hunt, and go for the easiest guild hunt boss, so you can easily score all this easy, what's it called, easy damage with your strongest hero. Okay, let's head over back to the hero section. The best part of this game is it also has filter for the categories of heroes. Alright, so I received additional copy of Kalaza. I'm not sure how to use this duplicate. If you guys know, do let me know down in the comments below if there's a use case for it. Alright, so let me introduce my heroes here. I'll start with Muka since he's on the front line. So Muka, the Werewolf Warrior. He has like 1 million HP, 42.2k attack, and 7000 defense. These are his overall stats. I just prioritize on the HP, attack, and defense, and also attack speed. Damage reduction would be helpful, but critical rate, critical damage is not useful for him. For the equipment, I have one hero set and one gluttony set. Hero set basically provides 15% attack, and gluttony set increases the attack speed by 250 as well as boosting the attack damage by 50%. This is quite useful as a pure attacker hero. And this is the weapon. Basically, I prioritize on HP, attack, and defense. Extra attack will be beneficial if you are not lucky to get the attack percentage. Critical damage and critical rate is not useful for him here. So this is the armor. Defense. This one is ideal, quite nice. Double roll on HP, single roll attacks, some defense. Ideally, this one should be damage reduction. Then we have the attack glove, attack helmet, as well as attack boots. Currently, he's exclusive 20, which is quite good. Getting the exclusive 30 will allows him to summon additional Feral Wolf to do more damage. And then the second hero on the front line is the Skull and Hattie. This is his hero animation where he summons his partner, Hattie, in the black robe that wields the scythe to knock out the enemies with stun, and Skull is wielding a staff. So that's basically the close-up look on these two heroes. Alright, so my Skull and Hattie has 1.2 million HP for the 8.5k attack and 12.5k defense. So these are some heroes, right? They all have something similar in their stats priority, which is HP, attack, and defense. You do not need to worry about critical rate and critical damage. Damage reduction would be helpful. And then for the equipment, we have the mix of sets, 2 hero sets for 30% attack. And currently, I'm looking for for another set to get other additional 15% attack or HP or defense percentage. So this is the weapon with some HP percentage, damage reduction, critical rate, and attack. Ideally, this one should be defense percentage, so his partner will be able to benefit. Currently for Skull Hattie, the Hattie partner, right? They benefit from critical rate through the skills rather than inheriting the critical rate. They only are able to inherit HP, attack, and defense. And for the armor, we have some HP, critical rate, defense, and extra attack. Extra attack in other games is known as flat stats attack. And we have the pants with some HP attack, extra HP, extra attack. This is a defense gauntlet, attack helmet, and then attack boots. Oh yeah, accuracy does not is helpful for him because it does not inflict any debuff, apart from the stun debuff that he knockbacks the enemy. Then we have an exclusive 20 weapon, Ripper Sight, and currently they do not have any particular skin. For the talent of the heroes, right, I already get the max skill upgraded. Okay, those are the 2 heroes on the front line. Moving on to the mid-row heroes, who is Sunway. So this is Sunway the panda. It's the second panda that was introduced in the Winfield faction. So currently he has 1.2 million HP for 5.6k attack and 7000 defense. These are his overall stats, no critical rate, and these are the base critical damage and some damage reduction. Moving on to the gears. Currently I'm gearing him with a mixed set, vigorous, and hero set. So this is the weapon, attack HP, defense, attack HP, extra defense. Is the past extra attack. This one ideally should be double rolls on attack percentage, then damage reduction. This is the attack glove, attack helmet, and then attack boots. So some of these gears are not so ideal in the substats. So I'll need to farm more gears to get better substats here. And Sunway has an exclusive weapon 20. And getting the exclusive 30 will enhance his brotherly connection, which refreshes the cooldown of this flame burst. Moving on to the 4th hero in the team is Kalaza. This is Kalaza, where he wields a large flamethrower rifle. And this is where he can summon duplicate copies of him. So he has around about 180,000 HP, 52,000 attack, and close to 5,000 defense. For Kalaza, right, he's built with high amount of critical rate because he has a skill where in order for him to summon his doppelganger or his mirrors, he needs to have close to a high amount of critical rate. closer is better because he can consistently summon his doppelganger whenever he perform a critical hit on the enemy. Okay, that's basically it for his stats. Alright, so this are his gears. Double hero set for 30% attack and Sun Signet for critical rate. So this is the weapon, armor, pants, attack helmet, attack boots, as well as a critical rate gauntlet. So yeah, so currently he has exclusive 21 for his weapon. Getting to exclusive 30 will increases the limit of mirror images to 3 instead of 2. And finally we have Daniel, just missing one more upgrade on his evolution to get the immortal state. So he has 1 million HP, there's 7.7k attack, 10.5k defense. And he has 0% critical rate and around about 21% damage reduction. Currently he's gearing in a vigorous set, 2 vigorous set and 1 steady set for 30% HP and 50% defense. So this is the weapon, armor, pants. This is the defense glove, attack helmet, and finally attack boots. He currently has exclusive 10 for the weapon. I can upgrade it 2 more times. He needs 7 more upgrades to get the exclusive 20. Alright, so that's basically it for my heroes, for my summoner heroes in the game. Hopefully you get an idea on how to build your team, especially to tackle the Turbine version 5 Guild Hunt boss. Because this boss is pretty difficult if you do not use the right heroes to deal damage to him, as well as surviving in the battlefield. But I think for mid to endgame account, right, once they have a variety of heroes on their account, they'll be able to some sort to form a suitable team to defeat this Guild Hunt boss. If you found this video helpful, do give this video a thumbs up. And if you've not subscribed to my channel yet, you can click on the subscribe button so you can stay up to date whenever I upload a new video on this channel. And yeah, I would like to also inform you that there is also a new hero, a triple S hero that was introduced in the game. And the hero is known as Bota. So this Bota, right, is a supporter hero that heals her allies. I think it's in the... Here, this one. Nope, this one. This is Bota. I've already added her into my website, so you can also take a look in my website for her skill descriptions, as well as like a prototype recommendation, as well as the gear guide on how to gear her up. Basically, she heals a lot, much more than Serena, but there's some type of things that we need to pay attention to. Like, she has the ability to increase the damage of allies, but you need to be within the vicinity of them. So if you want her allies to benefit from this, right, she needs to be on the front line rather than the back line. You need to build her as tanky as possible to survive the attack. And once the mid range, the mid lane as well as the back lane come forward to meet up her in the front line, like the vanguards or assassin heroes, then they'll be able to benefit from the additional boost of attack. Okay, currently I do not have multiple copies of her to test her up to the highest talent, so maybe later I will get more copies of her once I'm able to summon, get more recruitment cards to summon multiple copies of her. Maybe do some copies here. Alright, so that's basically it for my video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!